It was supposed to be a life-saving operation, but when the anesthesia wore off, Michael Sullivan looked down and screamed. His right leg was gone, but that was the healthy one. The infected leg was still there. This was not just a mistake. It was a nightmare come to life. How does a trained medical team amputate the wrong limb? Michael, a 52-year-old retired firefighter, had battled diabetes for over a decade. He'd always been tough, resilient. But a foot ulcer had turned into a stubborn infection, spreading up his left leg. Doctors warned, if they didn't act fast, the infection could reach his bloodstream. After a long discussion with the surgical team, the decision was made: amputation of the infected left leg. Michael nodded solemnly, then signed the consent form. He even marked his left thigh with a black marker, cut here, just to be sure. The surgical team assembled early the next morning. The anesthesiologist sedated him, and then a tragic series of failures unfolded. The surgical prep nurse hadn't reviewed the consent form. The surgeon, under pressure from a delayed schedule, skipped the timeout checklist. No one double-checked the side. The tourniquet was placed on the right leg, and the blade came down on the wrong side. When Michael awoke, the room spun. He reached down and felt bandages, but something was off. He pulled back the sheet and saw that the leg he could still feel pain in was the one that was supposed to be gone. A nurse fainted when she realized what had happened. The surgeon, pale and shaking, stepped into the room. "I'm so sorry, but sorry wasn't enough." The hospital launched an internal investigation. The case made headlines across the nation. The phrase, "wrong site surgery," became a horrifying reality. Michael's story wasn't an isolated one. Each year, hundreds of similar mistakes happen, despite strict protocols. The term for it? Never events, because they should never happen, but they do. Here's the twist. The surgeon had performed over 1,000 amputations without a single error. So how did this happen? Fatigue, system overload, a miscommunication in a rushed morning huddle, and a nurse, new on the job, who assumed the right leg was correct. It wasn't malice. It wasn't incompetence. It was a systemic collapse. Michael would never walk again. Now an advocate for surgical safety, he tells his story to medical students and hospital boards. He urges one simple message: check again and again, because one moment of distraction can cost someone their life or their limb. This isn't just about one man or one hospital. It's a wake-up call for the entire healthcare system. Wrong site surgeries are preventable, but only if every step is followed, every time. No shortcuts, assumptions, or exceptions. So the next time you or a loved one heads into surgery, will you speak up before they cut? Because sometimes the most important question is, are you sure? Subscribe for more real-life medical mysteries. Turn on notifications, because your health may depend on what you don't know.